Shannon, this building behind me now closed, but board members and workers have been working nonstop to make sure all of those ballots were counted and released.
We wanted to make sure that we did everything proper and in order.
Anticipation grew outside of the Board of Elections building Thursday as many waited to hear that nearly 17,000 ballots have been posted in the presidential election that has been tightening for days in Georgia. Trump supporters gathered and asked about the process before leaving peacefully. Board member Antoine Lang says that every vote was counted legally.
I think it's absolutely important to note that we did everything according to the law, and we made sure every vote that was cast and appropriately processed was absolutely tallied. Although it was a little slower today, the purpose of it being slower was to make sure that we did everything right.
And he took the time to thank those people involved in making sure that those votes were counted.
We could not hold an election without our poll workers and our poll managers and all those individuals who took up the call to absolutely protect our fundamental right, which is to vote. So I'm really proud of that. Now, Lang did add that 66% of registered voters here in Chatham County did vote in this election.
So, Stephen, are they done counting here in Chatham County then?
Well, we were told by the board that they are expecting around 36 more ballots to arrive tomorrow. Those ballots could be for military ballots or cured ballots as well. Reporting live tonight here in Chatham County, Stephen Moody, WJCL 22 News. Dale, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger says he is not stepping down. He released that statement just under an hour ago. Senators Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue released a joint statement Monday afternoon. In that statement, it says, quote, "The management of Georgia elections has become an embarrassment for our state. Georgians are outraged, and rightfully so. We have been clear from the beginning. Every legal vote cast should be counted. Any illegal vote must not, and there must be transparency and uniformity in the counting process." Raffensperger responded saying, quote, "Let me start by saying that this is not going to happen. The voters of Georgia hired me, and the voters of Georgia will be the one to fire me. As Secretary of State, I'll continue to fight every day to ensure fair elections in Georgia, that every legal vote counts, and that illegal votes don't count." Now, the Secretary of State's office held a briefing this afternoon to discuss the election results, and according to Gabriel Sterling, who oversees the state's voting system, he says although irregularities may be found, it won't be on a large enough scale to change results.
We are going to find that people did illegally vote. That's going to happen. There are going to be double voters. There are going to be people who did not have the qualifications of a registered voter to vote in this state. That will be found. Is it 10,353? Unlikely.
Now, Raffensperger continued in that statement by saying that as a Republican, he's concerned about losing the Senate and that Senators Loeffler and Perdue should be as well. Reporting live tonight here in Savannah, Stephen Moody, WJCL 22 News. Dale, the Secretary of State appeared on CNN tonight where he says that Senator Graham hinted that he should try to discard ballots here in the state of Georgia. Raffensperger told the Washington Post that this conversation with Senator Graham took place on Friday. He says in that conversation, Graham floated the possibility that biased poll workers could have counted ballots with inconsistent signatures. He says that without evidence. Graham, like other Republicans, has cast doubt in the election results here in the state of Georgia, a state that went blue in the presidential election for the first time since 1992. As a matter of fact, at last check, President-elect Joe Biden leads Donald Trump by more than 14,000 votes here in the Peach State.
Well, he asked if the ballots could be matched back to the voters, and then I got the sense it implied that then you could throw those out. Well, it's just an implication that look hard and see how many ballots you could throw out, and I think that they were looking at that as part of a court case, and one actually was subsequently filed, wasn't it?
Now, Raffensperger also addressed fellow Republican and former Senate candidate Doug Collins. Collins has been critical of the job that Raffensperger has done over the past few weeks. In that Washington Post interview, he called Collins a liar and a charlatan. Now, Raffensperger added that he feels confident that election officials have done their job. Dale, back to you.
And what is Senator Graham saying about all this?
Well, Dale, when asked about this, he told CNN on Monday, quote, "That's ridiculous." Meanwhile, WJCL, we have reached out to Senator Lindsey Graham. We're still waiting his response. Reporting live tonight here in Savannah, Stephen Moody, WJCL 22 News. Shannon, the Democrats are only a few Senate seats away from taking a majority of the Senate, and if Joe Biden were to win the presidency, those seats here in Georgia could make the difference. If Joe Biden wins the White House, he will have the same challenge as his former running mate, President Barack Obama, a split government.
The importance of this is that it's almost, it's almost impossible for them to pass legislation, given the way that Mitch McConnell has run the Senate.
Political professor Jeffrey Bowden is referring to Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. The state of Georgia has a history of voting Republican in runoffs, but with recent elections, Bowden says Jon Ossoff and Reverend Raphael Warnock have a chance.
I give them a pretty good shot at this point. I mean, not a whole lot more than 50-50, I would say at this point. But if you've got Stacey Abrams on your side and you've got the full weight of the Democratic Party and the full weight of the United States Senate in the balance, so there's going to be a lot of resources. There's going to be a lot of mobilization.
He also gives the Democrats a chance because of time. 2
months is a long time to conduct a campaign, particularly when you've got a captive audience in front of a TV during the holiday season.
Now, one race is already guaranteed to go to a runoff, and Shannon, like you just mentioned, we're still waiting the results of that race between David Perdue and Jon Ossoff. Reporting live tonight here in Savannah, Stephen Moody, WJCL 22 News.